Good afternoon and welcome to NMH at 1, our news program here at Namibia Media Holdings. My name is Tewanja Belayo, host or presenter for today. Welcome back. Let's quickly look at today's front pages of all our daily newspapers in the country, starting with, of course, Namibian Sun, where the Ministry of Finance says that it anticipates to lose up to 10 billion in revenues due to the current COVID-19 situation in the country. And therefore, this is expected to affect the infrastructural projects that government has lined up for the year. We know that the budget of the country has not been delivered yet, due in part to the situation of COVID-19. Moving on, we are going to the Namibian, also on COVID-19, saying that a lot of jobs have been lost, and that government must therefore start looking at seriously reviving production sectors such as mining, agriculture, and of course tourism, so that government can stimulate jobs and recover some of the lost jobs so far. Of course, thirdly is Republican, our publication of Africans Daily here at Namibia Media Holdings, also talking about a very unfortunate situation that occurred on Saturday in Usakos, where a 72-year-old woman was robbed and attacked in that area, and through the robbery she also lost a lot of valuable items. So we hope, of course, that those responsible will be apprehended and that the poor lady recovers soonest. Moving on to New Era, also where they are quoting the ambassador of China to Namibia, Zhang Yiming, who rejects calls by some people in the world, by bigger nations in particular, including the USA, that China must pay reparations for causing the COVID-19 virus that has killed so many people around the world so far, with, of course, the USA being the hardest hit country so far. So the ambassador here is saying that China will not heed those calls to start paying reparations for any deaths and damages that accrued from the situation. Finally is Allgemeine Zeitung, our German daily here at Namibia Media Holdings, reporting about calls by a group of parents and other people that kindergarten must actually resume now and not wait until the 3rd of August, when schools are expected to open. There's a petition being signed now online, and the advocates of this narrative are hoping to pick up as many signatures as possible and try to convince the authorities why kindergarten must start earlier than normal school. So those are the our dailies, 5 of them, giving us what is latest. We'll be back shortly. Now, a lot has been said so far about COVID-19. There are increases in cases globally. In China, for example, we learned that since the lockdown was lifted, also in Ghana, here in Africa, that there has been a steady, maybe not very big, but there's a marginal increase in the number of coronavirus incidents in those countries. But here locally, we'll show you now the slides of how COVID-19 is, the statistics of COVID-19 in Namibia, starting, of course, with the testing data. So far in Namibia, there are 108 new negative results coming out of the of the tests that have been conducted so far. 1,574 people tested so far in the country, and 127 of those are new as of Friday last week. We do not have today's exact figures, but that is the latest as released just over the weekend. Of course, then we go to the quarantine figures also, how many people are quarantined in the country. We now know that 610 people have so far been discharged from various sites where they were kept to help contain the spread of the virus, with Erongo region now having 0 persons quarantined, but Oshodanjupa overtaking everybody else with 68 people now quarantined there, followed by Commerce, of course. This is where Windhoek, the capital, is, with 67 cases. Again, very, very important that our cases remain at 16. The cases of infected people, we understand that 11 of those have now recovered, leaving only 5 people still not well. For the readers, for the viewers' benefits, as a matter of fact, Namibian Sun tomorrow brings an update on who is still not feeling well in that regard. We'll be back again shortly. Now, the lockdown has ended, and a lot of businesses are opening up. Our colleague Adolf Kaure visited an open market in Mondesa, Swakopmund, where he spoke to some of the traders there on the ground and find out how they feel about the fact that they are able to do business again. Let's watch.
Those of them, I'm caring them. And I'm alone caring them.
You are alone, single mother?
Yeah, single mother.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm caring them for only monthly my business.
And what is your word for the municipality? Maybe you want to say thank you or something?
I want to thank you for our municipality to give our again opportunity. And I want them to they give for long short time to selling, because it says we can start from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Too short time.
The time is too short, so you want it to be a little bit longer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even 8 to 8.
8 to 8. All right. Okay, thank you.
Staying with business, our colleague Eleni Nanjato today visited a bus terminal in Oshakati to speak to bus drivers, long-distance bus drivers, who are being accused right now of increasing the bus fares to more than what is prescribed in law. He spoke to Colin, a driver there in Oshakati, speaking, of course, in Oshiwambo, about why they have decided to increase their bus fare. Let's listen. I'll of course explain what he said to those who do not understand Oshiwambo.
Mono business to ate ngwa pevi nei. Osho ongitho shidi wapu kerero. Ashike pangali nei tarapona oka. Inali ali jikutho to mbinga mantu jai. Pevi ngino atu ngeni atokora. Utale ni pundi tajara mo kambesa ngaka kumbatanto longo na tano na moya ntu ya khayal. Iya tara kujandu sho aka kutumba ngi. Iya kara kutumba idi pangweka. Todro mantu ya khayal pevi ngano toka torongo shiki. Torongo shaka.
Mbera customer tadi sikunga nengo tadi ungaro irina nangini shasku eteni kucha ironga yakaranga timba yapati
mbinga customer nata ngone banga yotura mudhi basi customer tom pulima imaro mbiwa wedako maina ke namote ya narongasha ngwe nangwishe mwende kombese nango inorongasha kuna kujoto tingi ipangano hono ko inoku kweza pushima kuja anungero sho shiringano inokuvanekera pongantusha Hakito vura no hoze customer de anumba mapandanda. Oyo customer de takusini mayo shikango takusini mayo mpuno ifale karandise ko kushimba ne konfi. Paife gefa no apat. toto mwadai to adai be nata monge sheba mono mota mono shimaliwa shoko futini mai okuranda una naikuja skora whatever nimesha be bagan pono je ta kwa sir yo te drop más de gel más de gel be mbero ga fara go ngema ni kan nam karo me pangana nge minister ito gamono tashingo atara be famtu bamono más de gel ya momba harongo nale ya momba ni malu ndio ntungwara go warangu ya kena shimalu kena nendo más de gel ngemo
There was Colin Nehale speaking, a bus driver speaking to our colleague Eleni Nanjato this morning, a while ago as a matter of fact, at Oshakati about why they are charging the amount that they are charging that is actually over the limit that has been set for that distance. What he is saying essentially is that the bus drivers are required to carry only about half of their full capacities. So if your bus takes 16 passengers, you must only carry about 8 of them. And they are saying they are making losses because the distance remains the same if you're driving from Oshakati to Windhoek, for argument's sake, or to Walvis Bay, that if you're only carrying half of the passengers, you are making losses. And because there's no provision made for them to say if they are not carrying full capacity, this is the manner in which government is meeting them halfway to avoid major losses. They are saying in the absence of such provisions, they have therefore decided to charge people extra money. They are saying the $750 that has been recently given out by government to many industries did not reach many of them. And also it's not enough to sustain their families. That is the message of Colin Nehale there speaking to our colleague Eleni Nanjato. In Kavango East, the Chinese embassy through the business community of the Chinese business community rather in Kavango East donated food parcels to about 230 residents of Shiguru village in Kavango East. And our colleague Kenya Kambowe was in attendance and he compiled this report for us.
You were at the forefront to assist SWAPO party for the cause of our liberation. We value and appreciate that generosity. After independence, our friends, our very good friends from the Republic of China, in times of need, you never wavered. You has been there when our government knocked on your door. You was always willing to help, to open the door and to help. We value and appreciate your generosity. Keep up the good work. We appreciate it and we value it very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our relationship will grow from strength up to strength.
We want to reach to the community. That's our aim, to do these food donations. So without any hesitate, if from Kavango region or the Ongongo constituency, so we can still to help more. And we are willing to do that. So thank you very much. Pandu Nene.
Today I'm feeling happy because I received food, and people in the community they are feeling happy. Today they will be happy, and they will survive nice these days.
Okay. How many people are going to benefit from this food at your house? How many are at home?
6 people.
Okay. And before you received the donation, how was the situation at home?
To be better.
But how was it before?
Worse. Yes.
So for how long do you think this food will last, if I have to estimate?
Perhaps a month.
Okay. Okay. No, but what is your message to the people that donate the food? What is your message to them?
Just giving them a thank you. I'm just I'm just happy with them. God bless them
Yes.
and bless their families.
Okay. No, thank you very much, sister.
There was Kenya Kambwe reporting from Kavango East, where the Chinese business community, through the Chinese embassy, of course, donated food to about 230 people in Shiguru village in Kavango East. We now go to statistics that we ran a poll here at Namibia Media Holdings to see how the lockdown, the recent lockdown has affected them, especially in terms of their jobs and income possibilities. So it says here that, of course, 27% of the respondents to our poll saying that they still get their full pay, which is very, very good. And then we have 10% of those respondents saying that I have to work for less money now, meaning that their salaries and their income have been cut. And the largest group of respondents, of course, 51% there, I earn nothing, but I was not fired. Essentially, these are people who never had jobs, but still do not have an income. And then, of course, 5% saying that they will be retrenched, very, very unfortunate there. Or they will be retrenched, or they have already been retrenched. And the final group of respondents, my employment was terminated. These are the realities of COVID-19, and a lot of individuals in our country have actually suffered the fate of what comes with this coronavirus pandemic. We now go to the weather. That is it for today. We'll be back again tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Enjoy your day.